Wow, look at that. Octopus. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Dan's on This Street. I am Dan. Today we're in Brazil, on the easternmost coast here, in the city of Natal. Sitting here right on the water. Beautiful old city. I'm excited to check this out. Kind of split right in half here by this river. We'll check out the north and the south side of things. Let's drop right in. This looks like a good area in here. And see what we find. All right. We are on the ground here next to a gas station in May 2014. Beautiful day here. Clear skies, partly cloudy. Some bikers out, motorcycle. Let's move down the street here. Pretty good-sized skyscrapers here in the distance. We'll move around towards there. Little tiny roundabout here, I think. Or, well, a bumper at least. You know what? I'm not sure what that is. We're moved down here, Rio Branco. It's a pretty big city. Around 878,000 people live here. 1.5 million in the metro area. So pretty good size. It's actually the largest city and capital city of the state of Rio Grande do Norte. Interesting. Love these old streets here. Little graffiti. Great buildings looking up here though. I love the look of that. Let's just move up this very steep hill here. Big time elevation change. A few people out, walking around, shopping maybe. Really steep getting up here. Super bright. Love the look of these places. This area is definitely growing. Big time tourist destination for people who live in Brazil and South America, all over the world. Great destination here. Now let's head back down this hill. It's kind of fun. We're looking at October 2018 now, so a little more recent. I'm not sure why those maps were so old earlier. Definitely some newer buildings going up. Interesting. Well, this area was originally inhabited by the Patguro people, and they lived here for, I don't know, many hundreds or thousands of years. The group of people still exists here today. They live mostly on an adjacent state on a few reservations there. About 12,000 of them left. The region was first visited by the Portuguese in 1501. Love the look of this building here. Look at that. That's great. Curved, glassy, very beautiful. I assume that looks out to some water maybe out there. That's a guess. Not quite sure which way we're facing here. Nice little restaurant there. My kind of place. And another gas station. This area is actually known for petroleum production, so that might make sense. More food there. That looks delicious. Getting pretty busy in here. Definitely a shopping district. Get some food. All kinds of street food here. Wow. Very nice. Very yummy. Check out all of these. I love going to like farmers markets where I live. And that's the closest thing I can really equate to, food that's kind of out there on the streets. And, I love that kind of thing. So I definitely would go up to many of those street food places there. Get some authentic cuisine. Got to. It's probably going to taste better than half what you're going to get in the restaurant. Oh, it is a beautiful view out here. Look at this. Lovely view. All the hotels here lined up right on the water, as you'd expect. Again, really yummy looking food trucks there. Get a burger. Everyone's just parking right here with this $1 million view out here. Fantastic. Really overlooking things here. See those buildings down there? Distant bridge across that river. Lovely sight here. Nice new buildings. Some of these hotels are a little older, I suppose. Let's just keep moving down the coast. That expedition back in 1501, 1502 was actually led by America Vespucci, which, if that sounds familiar, it's where we get the name America for this part of the world. And he was here. Well, somewhere right in here, maybe not in this bay particularly, but very, very near here at least. Really great views here. Nice little benches here. Great spot to sit, enjoy the sights. Bring your dog. What's that guy's doing there? Beautiful view here with these palms. People walking back from the beach there, maybe. This is great. Interesting. I was reading, though, at that time, they didn't really establish a base or, a fort or anything, settlement of any sort, but they just kind of labeled it on a map. And it wasn't for another 100 years or so, in the late 1500s, I was reading there's actually French pirates who were operating in the region. Oh, look at this great place to go for a run here. Didn't mean to pop up there, but we'll do it. Really well mapped here. Fantastic. Let's move further down this beach. Yeah, there were French pirates operating here, trading with locals and that kind of thing. And I guess at some point the Portuguese were like, well, let's put an end to that. So they did, and they established a fort here in 1598, started building it, and completed it around a year later. There's a sundial there. That's neat. Really big hotels here. And presumably some apartments or whatever, condos, but I'm sure a lot of that's hotel. Let's actually go down. That fort they built is still here. At least some form of it. Let's see, where is that? Up here, okay, further up here, right by the entrance to the river here. Fortaleza dos Reis Magos, which stands for the Three Wise Men. This fort was completed on Christmas Day in 1599, or that was when it was, officially finished. And so they actually gave it the name Fort Natal, which is, translates to nativity. And obviously that's how the city got its name. And what a view here we have. Fantastic. There's the skyline, really big tower there. And then this beautiful old fort. It appears to be largely original. I'm not quite sure which elements have been rebuilt over the centuries. Old cannons here. Boy, can you imagine? Man. That's really great though. I would obviously visit here. Everyone, you got to, I'm sure, if you come to town. Take a tour over here. Read all the plaques and stuff. I love this in here. You'd probably feel quite secure down in there. Back in the day at least, I would think. I wonder what this center building is for. Is that the captain? Does he operate out of there? Or... I don't know. Pretty cool though. And there's that bridge. Yeah, look like I think there's two bridges that kind of connect the north and the south. Really big one here. I think this was finished in the 80s. Or 90s, I'm not quite sure. I might have lost track of that date. Cable stayed bridge. Let's pop right over on it, actually. Again, wonderfully mapped here. This is what I'm talking about. Really well mapped city here. Beautiful. We'll drop down here just to get a real good sense of things. Right in the middle of this bridge. Good look to it. You have to double check on that date. That might be wrong. Lovely view of things up here. Tons of boats. Fishing is a big part of the local economy. Petroleum, fishing, and tourism probably number one would be my guess. Oh, don't you want to just zoom down this road on a motorcycle? Like, that would just be so great. Just straight shot here. Yeah, that'd be fun. Great way to explore the city. And since we're kind of heading north here, might as well look around over here a little bit. This looks every bit as, old and... Yeah, it's really just kind of split. I'm sure it feels kind of like two separate cities, whichever side you happen to live on. But obviously it is technically the same city. Bus system going through here. Some kind of gym equipment here if you want to exercise. Lots of brightly colored painted homes and businesses. Oh, sorry about that. Kind of weird zoom. Interesting. Well, yeah, lots of motorcycles out. That'd be a really great way to get around, I'm sure. Plenty of, normal cars here too, obviously. Look at this funny little thing. What is that? I think I've seen that vehicle before, but I don't know. Okay, that'd be so fun to drive that. That'd be great. Feel like a go-kart probably. Kind of fun little artwork or sort of sculpture there. Not sure what those represent. Oh, it's a cashew. Okay. This is an image of a cashew plant. There's another one of those little things. Yeah, cashews are another big export here. Beach equipment and wear. Actually, the world's largest cashew tree, I read, is just south of the city here. The world's largest. Slightly debated, I think. Another city wants to claim it, but it might be like 1,000 years old, and it's like 1.8 acres big. Like with one tree is, almost 2 acres. Really massive. Still producing fruit. Nice. All right, let's see. There's a little bit of that. Might as well head over to the beach here too. This is obviously where everyone's going to be headed here. If you come to the city. Big time beach city. Wonderful there. Kind of neat to come to this northern beach, get a view over of the bridge and the skyline. Maybe a quieter beaches up in this part of town. That's a guess. I don't know. Beach homes all along here. Restaurants. Small hotels maybe. Whoa, sorry about that. Sometimes these maps jump around like that. I wish I was better at controlling it, but I don't know. It feels out of my control. Interesting. Really pretty skies here. Very tropical country, tropical city. Wow, look at that. Octopus. Oh my goodness. Is that a restaurant or seafood? Not sure what's going on there. Can you buy fish? Aquarium. Oh, the aquarium. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, I would come here. What an epic display with that octopus. I love it. All kinds of penguins and stuff. Yeah. Definitely visit that aquarium. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of that. Tons of museums here. Look at this here. Interesting. Kind of sand. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, wow. Ooh, wow. Okay. People definitely taking these vehicles out into the dunes here. Great vehicle for driving around. Yeah, kind of dune buggy, I guess. That'd be the term. Oh, what a fun time this looks like here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That'd be so great. Go for a ride here. Looks like a mule there. Not sure. People obviously having a great time here. That's pretty cool up in there. Yeah, there's tons of dunes in this city. Along the coasts. Lots of protected areas, protected dunes, that kind of thing. Let's actually head down to one of the maybe the most famous protected dune here. This Morro de Careca, not quite sure how to say that. It's called like, it means a bald hill. And you can't climb on it. There it is right there. Although it looks like somebody climbed up in there, that's my guess. Maybe an animal. But it's been protected since like 1990 to keep it from getting in too bad shape. It's almost 400 feet tall here. And if you Google or whatever, if you look up this city, Natal, Brazil, that's pretty much the image you're most likely going to see first. This is wonderful down here. Great view all along here of these hotels and restaurants and I don't know. Oh, just all kinds of fun here. Umbrellas, swimming, everything you want in a big time vacation land. Let's drop right here along the beach. Grab a beer, whatever you're drinking or whatever. Grab a bite. Shrimp, definitely. Tons of restaurants here. You could spend a few days just walking along this stretch of beach here, I think. Checking out the cafes, enjoying the sights. Pretty tight road here. This is great. Yuri Kids. Not sure what that's about. Maybe some costumes there. Interesting. I read the U.S. actually built an Air Force base here because of its proximity actually to Africa. I know we're very far from Africa here, but compared to everything else, we're about as close as we can get to Senegal or something. And so during the war, World War II, hey there, they actually built an air base here, could operate out of here. I was reading that Brazil is actually was the only country in Latin America to send troops during World War II for the Allies. They actually sent like 30,000 troops over to Europe to fight, which is pretty neat. Not sure what this is here. Kind of crazy windows. Maybe a restaurant. Can't quite tell there. This is so great. What a great place to go for a drive. Enjoy the sunrise, sunset. Just taking that saltwater air. That sounds great. And the views out of these windows, my goodness. There's got to be plenty of hotel rooms here. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people visit, but there are a lot of rooms, hotels or Airbnb or whatever, bed and breakfast of any sort. There's got to be just a ton of them here. This is an interesting old communications tower here. It's kind of weird. It's like an old concrete tower. Not sure what that's about. Obviously it's being used for communications now. Tons of these dune buggies here. That's got to be the most fun way to get around town. I wonder if you can rent those. Almost certainly, right? Very cool. Siga a Trila. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. I am disappointed to tell you, if it wasn't obvious already. Let's take a left here into this part of town. Kind of like that graffiti there, that guy. I read the World Cup, of course, was in Brazil back in 2014. And so tons of cities. It was officially in like Rio, right? But a ton of cities in the kind of whole part of Brazil hosted games and matches and so forth. And Natal was one of them. I actually saw the stadium from above there. Where was that? At least a stadium. There it is. Yeah. This looks quite new. I'm not sure if this was built for that event, but it certainly might have been. It looks really new and nice. Arena das Dune. Okay, probably like Arena of the Dunes, that's my guess. And look how well this is mapped here. This is wonderful. Ah. Every stadium should map like this. I don't know, there's no reason not to do that. This is great in here. Yeah, it'd be the easiest thing in the world to map your stadium. And then, anyone can pop in, get a sense of things, really easily choose, I want to kind of be here down in the corner, get this kind of view, or if you can tell where the shade's going to be. I love that kind of thing. Pre-plan your ticket buying process. Obviously, it'd be so fun to come here and see a soccer game, football game. That would be a total blast. I'd love that. Let's drop into another random street over here. Nice homes. Hospital back in there. Just zooming all around. Still a lot of kind of lots here that are undeveloped. Much of the city is obviously 1-story, 2-story, but then just tons of these construction projects and finished buildings that are 10, 20, 30 stories tall. But can't tell how much of that is, people living there or primarily for the tourists. Looks like industrial, buy paint here, get your car fixed in this part of town, get some groceries. A little bit of everything all over here. All right, let's pop up. This looks like a really great city to visit for a vacation. I think that'd be a lot of fun you could have here. I might as well pop on this other bridge here. Get a little sense of things from over here. All right, here's a bridge for a train. Can't tell if that's still... Doesn't look like that's being used anymore. No tracks on it. Busy bridge, though. I'm sure both these bridges must get quite a bit of traffic. Beautiful weather all around here. Just super nice. Some solar panels there. That's definitely a smart move here. If I lived here, I certainly would have solar panels. Ooh, paintball. Fun time there. A little bit of stormy skies up in here. Get a view of things. Really bright white city. Lots of those buildings either painted white or tons of glass reflecting. Big time skyline. I'm impressed by the scale. I was not expecting it to be such a large skyline. Look at this mall here. My goodness. What a huge mall. Wow. Tons of shopping here. The Midway Mall. I don't know if I want to drop inside, but we'll drop right outside, okay? Obviously a huge parking structure under it, and then maybe shopping above. Techno Cursos. Oh, Techno Cures? Man, I'm not quite sure what that means. Sounds like Techno Curse. That can't be right, though. Some guys walking out here. Checking out our vehicle, I assume. It's always a funny sight. Interesting. Yeah, back in 1985, there was, I guess, somewhere in the mid-'80s, a big push to build the Via Costiera, the kind of coastal highway that went down the east coast of Brazil. Really helped connect these cities. and had the effect of bringing the tourists to the city, well, by connecting it to everything. So I'm glad that happened. Interesting color choices up in there. That's great. I love big time infrastructure projects like that, even though if they're expensive, could be tremendously expensive at the time, pay dividends for decades. I love when a government can function in a way to be thinking long term like that. Too much of government is spent thinking short term, and really the focus always has to be long term, sometimes taking incremental steps towards turning the ship in a special direction, or sometimes just investing big time dollars and really correcting the path of things. What do I know of government, though? What do I really know? But I just like when I see big projects producing big time results. And clearly the city has benefited tremendously from connecting it to the rest of Brazil in a more meaningful way than it already was, obviously. Tons of restaurants through here, shopping, tons of graffiti. There's not graffiti everywhere. It's not like there's graffiti on every building, but there's like any building that seems like was set aside for graffiti almost is really getting a ton of it. Let's pop up here. All right, one or two more places here. This has been fun. I can spend a lot of time here. Interesting, all this green space in here preserved seemingly for farming. Can't quite tell you. Not sure. Nice family picture here. This is great. Great place to dock your boats in the river here and then take it out into the bigger water. It's nice. Late club. Tons of clubs, nightclubs here I read too. As you'd expect. People having fun here. Coming for a vacation. Ponta de Marcega, something like that. Fantastic. Love these views down here. Oh, I just love to, take off the flip-flops, go for a stroll down there. Nice waves, not too big, Great views. Wonderful light coming in here. All right, one more place here. One more place. Let's see. Maybe down here by this point again. Is there somewhere off in the water here? Perfect. Oh yes. Oh goodness. Up in a drone here. Perfect. Look at this. Look at this dune here. I'm so glad this has been protected. Although it would be fun to go for a hike all through here, but it's for the best, I'm sure. Wonderful view of all these resorts and hotels, and a little blown out here. But I'll take it. This is fantastic. Beautiful city. All right. That was really enjoyable. There it is. If you live in Natal and I missed some of your favorite places, do let me know. I will come back and check them out. I always do. And if you have any ideas for cities I should visit, I got a long list going here, but I will add it to my list, and you can vote on it too if you want. Every time I post one of these, I'll post some suggestions, a couple ideas for places I could visit next, and the viewer decides. So they decided on visiting Natal this week, or today, and check out some of my other videos. Been all over the world, slowly exploring this place, one city at a time. Until next time.